Good Saturday morning, foggers. As you can see, back home, got off the ship this morning very early, about 6 o'clock. Had a great time on the cruise. It's a beautiful ship, and but I'm glad to be home. You know, there's no place like home, like Dorothy said, right? So listen, yesterday I was given an internal memo from the Broward Sheriff's Office regarding the funeral arrangements for Andrew Rodriguez, right? We now know a name to the pain, okay? Some deputies have told me that they never received that email and they were trying to keep it quiet. This is the agency, but it has leaked out and everybody has it, right? So, you know, typically this type of stuff is kept quiet, and in the world of first responder suicide, there are a lot of things that benefit the family to be kept quiet. And I understand that. Again, so this memo is out, it's in public, it has been disseminated amongst everybody online. I have discussed it with several people, and I have come to the decision that I'm going to post Andrew's funeral arrangements. And let me be very clear why I'm doing that. One of the things that leads to the stigma, right? You ever seen people that do an illegal turn or something out on the street, and the next thing you know, you look in your mirror and there are 20 people doing it because it was okay for one person to do it? So I am not going to continue to live in a world where the act of suicide for first responders is a shameful act. It was an act of desperation. It was an act to try and problem solve. It was done out of suffering, pain, and believing that there was not a way out. So at 3 a.m. Fog, we're preaching just the opposite. There is a way out. You need to reach out. We understand that you feel the stigma and all the pressures to not show emotion. And so I am making the decision, and I'm not making this lightly. I will post that memo and Andrew's picture and his funeral arrangements. And this man gave 16 years of his life to public service. He gave 16 years of his life to an agency. He dedicated his life to serving others. And to this point, he hasn't been shown 1 ounce of fucking respect. Okay? So I choose to do just the opposite. If God allows me to, I will be there, and I have all plans to be there tomorrow at his viewing, and there's a celebration of life right after that. And I think it would be a great thing as many people, whether you're in your colors or formal or whatever you're wearing, I think it would be a great message to the entire world of first responders throughout the country and throughout the world that we're not going to continue this ideology of shame and putting things beside. This man served courageously. He wore that badge, that gun. He was a target his whole life, and undoubtedly there was a contribution of this lifestyle of being a first responder to this tragedy. And I think he is worthy of the respect. I mean, like I tell you guys, is the only popular cop a cop that gets killed by a bad guy? That's bullshit. In my world, I'm sorry. That's just the way I believe. This man suffered and had all of the side effects of seeing trauma and dealing with everything that comes, all the negative things that come with this profession. And he still got dressed every day and went to work. And now that he succumbed to suicide because he probably didn't feel like he could come out and say things and nobody reached him in time, now he's dead. And I think the last act of love that we can do, of respect and love, and I think it's a beautiful act, is to show up, especially strong in numbers, and pay our respects and let his family know that he was loved, that he was appreciated, and that this doesn't take away from the man who he was. I choose to not remember Andrew as how he died. I want to learn from his friends and family how he lived. And I've had numerous deputies from BSO that never ever contact me now because of this. And we've been going back and forth about a lot of these issues and, about his life. And so I am going to hold on to how he lived. And I want to let his family know that I appreciate his service and that we're here for them, because now this remains for them and for all their partners and all the deputies of BSO and throughout the nation, because this affects all of us. So again, it wasn't a very easy decision for me to make, but that's why I'm making the decision. I believe that we should show him love, respect, and we should show up in droves. Whether that happens or not, that's going to be up to you and everybody watching this. And I understand everybody has their life and their things, but when an officer's killed by a bad guy, he gets a 21 gun salute, flags, motorcades, and all that. And Andrew is not going to get that. Andrew's going to get what we give him. So I want to give him something nice, especially to his family. That's just my belief, wrong or right. And again, all the decisions that I make here at 3 AM Fog, I don't take them lightly. I know I have a huge responsibility, and it always comes from a good place, whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing. But that's the decision that I'm making. I will be there. I never knew him, but I know him. Remember that I told you that, okay? I don't know everybody on here, but I know you. And we have common issues, and we're trying to work together to get better. So that's my decision. So I will be posting on the story the information with Andrew's pictures, and I expect to be there showing respect, love, and admiration for him, for his family, if his boys are there, and for all of his partners. I choose to not be disrespectful like others have been. Have a good Saturday, guys. 3 AM Fog.